Hello, hello. Good evening, good afternoon, Travis. Welcome, everyone. This is Constantinos, and you are watching Lovely Sim Racing. I was planning on racing today, doing a few laps, but I have so much work to do, and I want to make a release. I want to release 2.7.2 either tomorrow or even tonight. So I thought, yeah, what the hell? I'll just work on this. So 2.7.2, just to let you guys know, won't have too many updates. One thing I will show you, it's a brand new feature. It's called the Pit Now feature. It is not an optional feature. It's just going to work for everyone. And I'm not adding it. I am not adding it as an option yet, because this will go into the plugin. So I don't want to really change the way the settings files and configurator works right now, because I just find it'll be a bit annoying for anyone that needs to update and whatnot. But I'll show you the feature today, and if you guys think that it's something that you would want to have optional, then I can just add it in the configurator. By the time we get to the plugin, it'll be there as well. And the other feature that's being added is the brand new property from SimHub for the Delta. This is, I don't know, like, I don't have any issues with ACC. Most issues come in with iRacing, and it's all because of the data that we're getting. Not the Lovely dashboard, but SimHub as a whole. So those are the two things, but I'm going to go through the backlog. I'm trying to add as much as I can and release. So the release may come tonight or may come tomorrow at some point, but I need to work on it today. So I'm skipping my any racing that I would have done in light of this. I hope you are all good and doing well and racing more than I am, hopefully. Let me check. That's good. Yeah, we seem to be fine. Good. All right. I'm just gonna wait a bit more, see if anyone else joins in before I show you the new Pit Now feature. This feature, just so you know, was suggested by Martin Ascher after he made a mistake. I don't know when it was. I have no idea when this was, but he just gave me like the anecdotal, story of him missing the pit entry for refueling on the Nordschleife on a 24-hour race or what. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember the exact context of it, but he basically told me that he missed the last opportunity to pit because he was focused on racing. He was in a battle. I don't know what the context is, but essentially the idea is in the fuel gauge, it has the alerts. It has the mild alert. It's got the the louder alert, and I can show you that. I'll show you them. But as you're approaching the pit entry or the end of the race, basically the close to the pit entry, if you don't have enough fuel to complete a lap, and well, first is that's basically it. If you don't have enough fuel to complete one more lap and you're close to the pit entry, it starts flashing basically, Pit Now. So you will not miss it. If it's a qualifying lap, you obviously will ignore it because you don't care. But it'll let you know, like, I am not disabling it for quali, because you may want to continue running and thinking you have enough fuel, but this will let you know that if you don't pit now, you won't have enough fuel to finish the next lap. Doesn't matter what you're trying to do, if it's quali or practice. So initially I was thinking, you know what, I'm going to have this only for a race and not quali, because in quali you usually end the lap without enough fuel for one extra lap. But then again, you might not, like, for me, I do 1, 2, 3 laps during qualifying. I don't just do one. So I'm leaving this enabled, quali, practice, and race, of course. So basically this will flash. It'll let you know that you will not have enough fuel to complete one more lap. That's it. Like, you need to pit now. Either you do that or not, doesn't really matter. It will let you know that you need to pit now. So that's one of the features. I think it's kind of useful. I like the idea, basically, and the context of it. So I've added it, and it's going into the next version, 2.7.2, and then the Delta. And then I'm going to look at a few more things we have in the backlog. If you're in my Discord, if you have been in my Discord, you have also seen that I have announced that on Tuesday, June 25, a brand new lovely sim racing store is opening. This is a huge deal. This is a big deal. It's not just moving away from what I previously had, right? It's not about that. It's not only about that. It's also about creating a better, I guess, a better location to host all of the lovely sim racing. Either it's merch, either it's the sticker sheets, either it's memberships, either it's subscribing, everything under one roof. Now, this is not the case on launch. On launch day, what you will find is brand new merch, and I will show you a couple of things that I have here just to show you what to expect merch-wise, and the sticker sheets, which for me is a huge deal. The sticker sheets have been something that I've been working on for the past couple of months. I guess maybe even more than that. I don't remember when I started considering creating sticker sheets. And the sticker sheets, for those that don't know, are basically, it's basically this thing over here, right? These things over here. So the dials. And these still are older versions. I haven't changed them for a newer version. But the quality of the paper is this one. But basically, if you see this thing over here, you can see it's kind of like overlapping. This is not what the final version will be like. But basically, you can either have a sticker sheet that's already made, pre-made with a color, or you can have a sticker sheet like this, which basically has over 50-something functions, and you can basically create it any which way you want. And these sticker sheets are made for the McLaren Artura series, anyone that has a dial actually, because with these sticker sheets you can now integrate far better, I guess, the lovely dashboard with a steering wheel. So you have these labels all around, and you can customize the dashboard to include these labels as well, and it just makes it for a better experience. So these are the sticker sheets, and they're coming out on launch day. I'll only have the Ascher Racing Artura series, and there will be two flavors and two variants for the first one. So three different options for these sticker sheets. One thing that I did, I don't think I have them all here. I have like what it was like. So like all these different versions and materials. These are just a few of the stuff. These are all tests basically. But this here is the final version. The final version of the sticker sheets, where like if I show you some details, I'm gonna try and show you just so you guys understand. Like this version, and I don't know if the camera will ever pick it up. So this version has been, I created one over there, but you guys probably won't be able to see it. But if I can get a glare, there's like a really rough edge in the corners of all of these tiles. There's like a really rough edge. You can see it. And this was like obviously like the first versions. This is the final one. The first versions had even worse case of snagging, which I didn't know what it meant, but now I learned. So here, for instance, this is even worse. I don't even know if it can get it. This is even worse. So this is actually rough around the edges. So I created versions. I changed the design. This literally is details in the design. This is one paper stock. This is the final paper stock that I got. So a lot of variations, and this is the final version, where you can see there's a lot of detail. It's actually perfectly cut, every single one. There's no snagging anywhere, nothing, and there's a whole bunch. And one thing that I'm doing, and this is actually the first time I'm actually announcing this, is not only do you get 6 colored dials, because I know you can have like the green is, you know, each one has a different color. It can be related to one of the functions from the lovely dashboard. So I'm putting in 6 and 1 black and white included. And when you get it, you have 4 of these blank template dials. So basically you can use these as like Lego bricks. You can put any of these in any of these slots and you can create your own. But I'm creating a variation. So that's one sticker sheet. I'm creating a variation where you can customize 2 of these 4 radial dial templates, and you can basically customize it in the site, order it like that, and I will basically print it out and send it over exactly like this. It's not focusing that much, but whatever. So in one of the sticker sheets, you can actually customize it, pre-customize it. Instead of creating it yourselves, you can pre-customize it and have 2 of the 4 pre-designed based on your options. In the store, you'll be able to say position 1 TC, position 2 ABS, and whatnot. Any one of these functions, you can put them in the stickers. So you can either get a template like this, which they're all blank. So they're all blank, and you can create 4 different dials using any of these, and you have the 6 color dials. Or you'll be able to order a version with customized, completely customized. You'd have 2 blanks and 2 customized. So these, I mean, if you know what you want and you don't want to experiment, you can get something like this and just, you know, unstick it, put it there, and then just have another 2 to do anything you want with it. So it's up to you, right? And there's one more sticker sheet which I don't have with me right now, which is the extension to the Ascher Racing sticker sheet. And what I mean by that is when you buy the steering wheel, it has a full-on sticker sheet with a lot of little stickers and triangular, like all of those stickers. That sticker sheet, there's an extra extension this size with all the same exact colors and the same exact sizes as the official Ascher Racing sticker sheet, but the buttons have the lovely dashboard function. So TDM, resetting tires, I don't know what else. MFMs, like all of those buttons are on there. So if you want, you can extend essentially the Ascher Racing sticker sheet with the lovely sim racing sticker sheet. So those are the ones that are coming on Tuesday, along with all of the merch. And the merch, let me just show you. I have 2. These are the new ones. This is the new merch coming on Tuesday. So this is the old one. I'm wearing the old one right here. The new one, let me start off with the basics. And these have been washed. I washed them today just to see what happens to them, and actually they're pretty perfect. They haven't been ironed or anything. So so the old one was a printed version. The new one is actually embroidered. Let me stretch this out so you guys can see it. The new one is embroidered. It's wrinkling a lot because it just came out of the washer. So the new one will be embroidered, and there's also like a neck tag inside, which I think is pretty cool. So the new basics, and the shirts are also a bit heavier, better quality as well. So the basics are embroidered, and that's it. So it's a very simple t-shirt, the basics. But then we also have the new team kit version, which I think is great. Again, name tag inside. Beautiful. So this is basically it. As you can see, these are the brand new partners. So we have Ascher Racing, Greywolf, Tony Kanon, and Turn, and the main partners, which is SimHub and SimDash. We also including, well, these are the ones that already existed. So on one sleeve, you have Simutec, Simagic, and DN Racing. And on the other hand, we have all the platform partners. So LFM, SimGrid, and Pitscale. And this is essentially the new team kit Rev 2, basically. Quality, these are printed again, but they're really good quality prints. Nice colors, vibrant colors actually. And these are coming on Tuesday. So, and there's more. There's more. I have one more. Someone asked for a t-shirt that's not a t-shirt, not cotton. It's basically polyester for, the sports jerseys. Something you'd wear if you want to run or anything. So there will be a sports jersey of the team kit as well. So if you can, I'm going to wear it to the gym basically. I find it's like really light material, breathable and everything. There's going to be hoodies, there's going to be sweatshirts, there's going to be zip hoodies, there's going to be even a polo shirt. So I've focused a lot on what merch should be in the store, and I put everything, and there's a lot of accessories as well, and sticker sheet. And now, because there's a store that I can control far better access and everything, there are also a few things regarding discounts. So sticker sheets. Buy one sticker sheet, get the second one 15% off, because it makes sense. If you're going to buy the normal one and the extension, you're not going to pay full price. So you can get any sticker sheet, buy one, the second one is always 15% off. So if you buy 4, 2 of them will be 15% off each. And then you have pro members have a 5% store-wide discount, and gold members have a 10% store-wide discount. And finishing off with that, gold members also will have access to a private area on the store where they can purchase at cost the gold team kit and the gold basics t-shirt, which is this one just with a gold logo. Because again, some of the gold members requested a gold t-shirt without all the sponsors and everything, because they didn't want to have all that, and that will be available. And of course, the gold basics t-shirt is embroidered as well, which is pretty cool. It looks really nice, the yellow logo and everything. So yeah, I mean, that's basically what's going on with the store. I've been burning the night oil creating the stickers. Store wasn't so hard to set up, but it was moving everything from the previous one and get everything up and running, and then also talking to a few partners for the store, because the store, as I said, you will have a Discord login again. So you log in with Discord, so the store knows if you're a gold member or a pro member, a silver member, or whatnot. But in the future, going in the future, there will also be the memberships through the store. So essentially, you'll be going to the store. You can subscribe and become a member in the store directly, and avoid Ko-fi, whatever it's called, altogether. And it will be managed there. So it'll be something that's coming in the future. So it'll be more of a one-stop shop, a complete solution for lovely sim racing. So I mean, I hope you guys appreciate like how important this is for lovely sim racing. Yeah. So enough about all of that's coming. So get ready. On Tuesday, June 25, I'll be live streaming, and I'll probably be I will opening the store earlier than that, not during my stream, but it will be available, and I don't know what to expect, especially regarding the sticker sheets. And as Madaman said in the chat, GT Neo version is the immediately coming after the Ascher racing. So I already have the designs. For the stickers. So if you have a Simagic GT Neo sticker sheet for this, basically it's the exact copy of the sizes and everything that the GT Neo comes with stickers, but it will be in the lovely dashboard colors, and it will have the lovely dashboard functions on it. I'm also working on a whole bunch of other sticker sheets that work with Fanatec. So I basically use these. I use the button caps on the Fanatec, and I have some stickers I had purchased like a year ago or something. So these will be, you'll be able to do the same thing. So I'll be creating smaller sticker sheets. They won't be as big as these, and there will be a quarter of the price, maybe half the price of the current sticker sheets. And you'll have a sticker sheet that will be made for the Fanatec, and you'll be able to have, different buttons for the Fanatec steering wheel. Again, lovely dashboard themed everything. So TDM, MFMs, fuel, central module, pages, next, whatever, reset for tires, and all that will be in button sticker sheets for these buttons as well. So yeah, there is a lot going on, but I'm going to trickle them out. I can't do them all together. So I just decided to go with all the merch, which was fairly easy to set up, and adding the stickers in there. So sticker sheets as well. And sticker sheets will be, if you didn't catch this as well in the Discord, sticker sheets will be printed, produced, everything in-house, and shipped from myself. I will be doing everything regarding the sticker sheets. So it's not a third party. It's not something that someone will be printing them for me and whatnot. It will be completely handmade. But I think the quality is really good. Like after like 15 or something different paper stocks that I went through, there's a lot of detail in how you can cut a sticker to get it perfect. So I'm really happy with the result, but it was painstaking but rewarding. I'll give it that. All right, let me switch over. I want to show you guys the new feature for the pit now. I want to show you firsthand what it looks like. Let me switch over to the coding environment. Where is my... There it is. There. Oh, it was already there. Okay, fine. So here it is, and I made a lap. This is what I did right before the stream, just so I have a replay for it. During this lap, this is an out lap, okay? Let me move this over here so you can actually see the lap as it's unfolding. So this is, right now I'm exiting the pits. I have 2.3 laps left with the fuel. The setup, as you can see, it's just the generic setup from ACC. I have not touched anything. The only thing I did was I reduced the fuel to 6 liters, I think. So it'll be just enough to do 1 lap. And then at the ending of that lap, I would expect to see the pit now. So, okay, you can see there's 2.1 laps left. The alarm triggers when you have less than 1.1 laps left with the current fuel and you are at 80% of the track length. So you have still 20% left of the track, which in most cases, like in the Nürburgring, it might be a bit different, and the Nordschleife it might be a bit different, but for most tracks it'll be fine. I tested in a few. Here we're in Barcelona. Okay, but look at what happens and how this thing works. So you already know that the Lovely dashboard has 2 states for the alarm for the fuel. The first one is the actual number that says 4.4 here. When it reaches an alarm like under 10% of your fuel, the number goes red, and it goes on and off red. So it flashes red, just the number. When you're under 5% fuel, I think it's fine. I don't know exactly the number. It's basically the fuels. I don't remember when I did this. But when it's at a critical point, it just turns red. So the entire thing is red, right? The new pit now alarm basically checks and sees how many laps do you have. So it's got 1.5 laps left. So there's no alarm. You can safely do 1 more lap. So the dashboard is agnostic. It doesn't care if this is a practice session, if it's a quali, or if it's a race. What it does is it just looks at how much fuel you have left and where you are on track. So now you'll see I've switched to map 1, so I'm burning more fuel now, and I have 1.3 laps left. So at this point, if I don't notice, the alarm has been red all along. If I don't notice anything, and I continue doing laps, and I kind of like, my mind is like, it's red, and I got used to it, so it's not changing, so I'm not made aware of anything different at this point. Check out what's going to happen now once I start approaching the end of the lap. Now we're at 1 lap. This means that I don't have enough fuel to complete another lap. As I said, if this was qualifying, I wouldn't really care because, you know, you just want to cross the line and then you shut down. You want to finish the lap with the least amount of fuel you have in there. But if you did want to do another lap, you might get caught off guard at this point. But with the new feature, 0.8 laps, I'm leaving it in real time. I want you guys to see what it's like in real time. So even you can also see, like in the car, you have fuel low, and that's it. It's pretty much what we're doing here. So it's red. It says fuel low. But what we're going to do now is once we approach 80%, it starts showing pit now. So now I have this in front of me in my dash. Just so you know, this thing is actually really, really loud, I could say. You can actually see the red and black, so you know that. And I think this would also work if I go into dark mode. Again, there's a big flash there, and it completely replaces the fuel. It just says pit now. Once you go into the pits, it stops. So now it won't give you any alarm. Like, you're in the pits now. Once you cross that pit lane line and you enter, it stops. It's not giving any warning. It's assuming that you're pitting for fuel. But if I wind it back just ever so slightly, just to review that. Again, 0.7 laps. You can see in the race, I'm approaching the end of the lap. I'm at 80% and pit now starts flashing. We only have 0.6 liters left, so if we attempted to continue racing, we would have ran out of fuel. And that is the new feature coming in 2.7.2. One new thing. The other thing that I'm currently working on, I've implemented it, but in ACC it's been working fine. I'm trying to see what happens in iRacing, so I'm going to switch over to iRacing and look at it again. So the other thing that I'm trying to fix is the delta, the time that you see up here. It was not aligned and synchronized with the estimated lap time. So I'm going to pull up, I've not tested this at all. So I'm going to pull up, what is this? A full course? I don't even know. Who is this? Joe's, is it Joe Tomlin? I have no idea who sent me this, but let's move here. So now these have been updated. The problem here is I don't know how iRacing is sending the information. So I need to let this run without touching it. As you can see, it's giving me minus 71, and it's going down because I think it's calculating based on this, your best lap, and it's giving that as an estimate. But again, this has got to do with the data that we're getting from iRacing and how SimHub is calculating it. So I'm just going to let this run a bit before I say it was that or this or that. So I'm just assuming that right now it's using your best lap and it's calculating this, and that's why this is going down, because these things should add up to 135 if you put them together. But let's wait and see what happens. Yeah, it does add up. If you look at the numbers, it does add up at 135. Of course, I don't know if this lap will be 135. Currently, it shows it's purple because it's giving me an estimated lap that's way lower than that. I don't know how this is working, and this is coming straight from iRacing. It's important to note. It's important to note that at this point, since I have a best lap, I'm assuming that the estimated lap that's showing there is an estimated lap. But as you can see, it's not. But I don't know that. I have no way of knowing that. In ACC, for instance, I've never seen this behavior. Like, if there is a best lap, I do have an estimated lap. My estimated lap, it might be off because I haven't done a really fast lap. I don't. There are various parameters regarding how it estimates, but it would never be this. So this would never be the case. It wouldn't show me a countdown of the lap time basically going up. If I have a best lap, there is always an estimated lap. Here, it's a bit different. But again, I'm going to let it run. And once we complete this lap, I want to see what it's gonna do. Let's see where we are. So this is Watkins Glen. So once we cross the line, it's giving me, okay, so that's not right. See? It was yellow. Why is it's going yellow? And this is why I'm very curious why this is happening. Both of these use the exact same function. So why one is faster than the other? I might have a theory for this. So sectors, okay, sectors It's got 160 and sector review is 160. So maybe I make this 10 milliseconds here. Sector reviews. Time, no. Here again, sectors. I'll make this 10. Maybe that's why they're a bit asynced. Let me save this, and I'm going to move just ever so slightly back. I just want to see if this could be the reason why they're a bit slightly out of sync. It could be. It could be the reason. But I need to test it. Just ever so slightly. Okay. So I want us to cross the line. I want to see if this color here and this color here are synced to perfection. So we're going in, it's like 1, 2, 3 more turns, I think we got. So we got this left and right, and then we're done. So I want to see if these things sync now. That was off. That was the reason it was off. And it's okay. It's okay because these things happen. So let's go see if these two are synced once I cross the line. If they go yellow, oh yeah, no. Again, we're not getting an estimated lap time here. And if you noticed, I just moved this back just a bit and it lost everything. I don't get it. Honestly, I don't get what's going on with... look at this. It baffles me, honestly. Live delta, let me look at that. Background, it's coming from get estimated color. And just to be sure, if I go to the estimated lap, the color of the letters is get estimated color. So this here is nearly impossible for it to happen. I don't know. It's using the same exact function. Same exact function. What the hell? I don't get it. I don't get it. iRacing. Oh. Don't know how to fix it. Atticus Hexel, thank you so much for your contribution. You have done more for me than any of the driving sims. Oh, you're too generous with that. I'm just having fun here. Oh, wow. Oh, well, thank you very much. Whatever it was in the PayPal, I appreciate it. I don't want to look at it now. Let's not do that. But whatever it was, I am greatly appreciative of it. It means the world. All your support means the world. Every single member. In fact, like I was thinking the other day, there's like 6,800 Discord members. If half of them would subscribe with the €1, like the silver tier, I could do this thing, well, partially full-time. More than part-time, basically. So I've got some targets here. I've got some targets. Okay, let me not get distracted here, because this is annoying to a point. I don't get it. Okay. Let's put that there. Estimated lap. White. It says lime because it's using the theme. But I am curious. I want to get this. I want to put this here. You'll see what I'm going to do. It's stupid what I'm going to do right now, but putting that color there and putting it in the background color. And it's going to be right there. It's going to be right there. This is going to be ridiculous what you're going to see. I am absolutely curious as to what is going on. Okay. It's all purple. Why is that not purple? It beats me. Now, again, I'm going to copy this, go into Central, here, and just paste it. Paste it right there. Right in the middle. Save. This is all the way in the beginning of the replay now. Yellow and yellow. So these two, this and this, are exactly the same. So if we see this thing out of sync, I have no idea what's going to happen. No, this is okay. Wait a minute. Did I just cross the line here? I think I did cross the line. Okay, this is where it should be okay. Let's see if any of this thing unsyncs itself. Hold on. So we need to wait. It's all we can do. But this is the story of my life. Did you guys catch the this I'm looking at this thing over here, right? This is what I'm focused on right now. But I just wanted to discuss, did you guys catch the news on SimGrid doing dailies for consoles, PlayStation and Xbox? That is massive. I think, you know, I've shown you guys, like, I got LFM, SimGrid, and PitScale, and I'm going to be adding more as long as I can work out, you know, something with the other providers. But they're all partners in a way, you know. But having not just LFM, having SimGrid create dailies, because LFM is the dominant force in dailies, right? And SimGrid is probably the dominant force in creating championships and leagues and everything. If we can have two big players, we have more options, you know? PitScale is great, but I don't know how many people are on PitScale. I don't know the numbers. It's just a feeling I get. It's still growing. But I think if SimGrid actually joined the pack and had dailies, it'll just get even better. All right, so everything's green, everything's yellow. Okay. So what happens, just so you know, and this is my mistake before, I got excited, overexcited. Once you cross the start-finish line, the moment you cross the line, if you have in the settings file the lap review enabled, then this thing over here freezes for set amount of time that you set in the settings file, and it shows you your previous lap. So as you're running and doing qualifying, this will freeze and it will show you the previous lap time, the delta of your previous lap time to your best lap time, and also show you the sectors of the previous lap. You know, where you lost, where you gained, and whatnot. And then, after the said amount of time that you have it in the settings file, this will return to the live, delta. So I was looking at that before I got too excited, actually. But now, what we're looking at again is just making sure that the delta color and number matches the estimated lap time. And when we're at the end of the lap, the estimated lap time is actually matching with the last lap time. So once you cross the line, it actually shows you that that is the last lap time you did. So we're crossing it 9:28, 9:34. Okay, I'm okay with that estimated lap time. It was really close. So this is all in iRacing, right? Let's see. Previously, and again, this delta here, it's comparing it to your best lap time, obviously. So if I pause it, you did 0.68, now you're at 1.68. It's exactly, that's the gap you have, which is great. It's working great. It's working as it should. Let's see. Okay, now you're doing, it's 60. There it is, 60. You're 60 under, and it's green now. It will only become purple if you have the fastest lap. Okay, it's important. The colors are the FIA official colors. So green, you're faster than yourself. Purple, you're faster than anyone else. And yellow, you're slower than yourself. And obviously nothing else. So these are the three colors, and this is how they're represented. Again, pause. We should be 210. There it is, 210. Okay, it's working great. Let's let this thing run a bit. I'm Jagot. Hello and welcome to the stream. We're just deving here, you know, developing the Lovey dashboard, fixing bugs, adding brand new properties that have been introduced by Nicolas of SimHub after I requested we have the delta. Because I'm using, for the estimated lap time, I'm using a brand new property that was introduced some time ago after I had, this was actually my request as well. But I never had the delta. So the delta that I was using was not matching always the estimated lap time. So now we have them all in a nice package deal, and we have delta and estimated lap time and it should be matching at all points in time. So the color and the exact delta. And this is something, again, that SimHub is calculating because iRacing is not giving it to us. All right, so pausing. I can see sector 1, 2, and 3 were yellow. 4, I was better. And 5, I don't know yet. I have no idea. I'm in sector 5. All right. Okay. Sorry for this. Music stopped playing and it's annoying. Okay. So this was my best lap time, 35.068, and now I'm estimated at 488. So 420 is the difference. What I want to see now, because I'm almost crossing the line. What I want to see is when I cross the line, first thing that will happen is this thing will freeze and it will show me previous lap, the delta to my best, and all the sectors, how I went in each sector. So I can quickly see, you know, how was my previous lap. And one more thing that I want to see is that this time here will start running as an estimated lap for the next lap. But I want to see that this time here, right before I crossed the finish line, will be reflected in my last lap time. So this means is I'm running down a straight, and it says that I'm going to do an estimate of 135.488. The moment I cross the line, the last lap time should say something close to that. It won't be precise. It cannot be precise because these are estimates, but it should be really close. Let's see what's going to happen. I'll pause it right before the start-finish line. There it is. Pausing it. So now I'm doing 35.08 and this 440, which is a perfect delta between my best lap. Once I cross the line, again, what I want to see is this thing freezing and showing me all the sectors and the delta. And the last lap time should match something close to this. Let's cross and see. It needs some time. There it is. So 511, and this shows me that it did yellow, 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 green, and yellow, and a 443. 443 delta is precisely the difference here. There it is. 43. Yes, it's precisely the difference. So everything seems to be working perfectly fine. And now this is going to go away. Now we're in the new one. Yeah, guys, this looks as if it's perfectly fine, working perfectly fine. Hopefully this solves the issues that existed. Of course, this will solve the weird, awkward deltas versus estimated lap that they were off. This solves it because now we're using the exact same properties, where before it didn't exist and I had to calculate and do like a bunch of things, and I'm like, wait a minute, why am I doing this? So I pinged Nicolas and saying, dude, you're giving me the SimHub estimated lap time. You're already giving that to me, and it works great. And the reason we changed to that, just so you know, is the estimated lap time using the default one from SimHub does not work with multi-driver races. We've gone through that a lot, and I will talk to it once I explain what happened here. So it doesn't work really well with multi-driver races. So that was the main change that had to be done. And when Nicolas gave me that estimated lap, I used it, and it was working great for multi-driver, and it's working great for there, but I never had the delta. And the delta is something I cannot actually calculate on myself, by myself. I need SimHub to give me the delta based on their information, on their reference lap, blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. And we now have it. So I think it's a 9.3.4 of SimHub. It includes that property, and we're using it here. The problem, this is working great. This is working great. Colors and all. And the slight difference in time that it was because of the delays. So let me clean these things out. So I was saying that the previous estimated lap time had a huge flaw. And the flaw, and this is, again, it's not something that I programmed. It was something coming from SimHub, coming from the sim. The flaw was this. Let me just let this thing running so you can always see it. So the flaw we had was in a multi-driver event, driver A does 135.068, right? That's driver A. And when driver B jumps in, the best lap is not driver B. It's driver A holds the best lap time of that vehicle. So now driver B is a lot slower. And he starts racing and running. Every single time, the estimated lap time given to driver B is based off of driver A's best lap time. This simply put means that driver B always crosses the line, starts the lap with an estimated based on a number that he'll never get. It is way lower than his lap time. 3, 4, 5, 10 seconds, I don't know how much. So the estimated lap time for driver B would always be off. Now, if driver B eventually does get a best lap, he betters the driver A's lap, then his estimated lap time will be correct. But this also means now when driver A goes in, he now also needs to get a better lap time than driver B. So you understand it's like a vehicle best lap time that controls the estimated lap time. This new property that was introduced in, I don't know, 9.2 point whatever, I don't remember, it's an old version that we introduced this. This disregards that. It basically gives you an estimate based on the lap times of the driver. It's completely different. So this works now with multi-driver events. And now in version 2.7.2 of the Lobby dashboard, it will also work. As I can see, it's in sync. What's going on there? Is it in sync? In sync. Yeah, it is. 34. Yeah, it's perfect. It's doing a great job. And now delta and estimated lap time will be in sync as well. The problem we had up until now, like the version everyone has right now, the delta is something that I'm calculating. So the estimated lap time is something that I'm getting from SimHub, but the delta is something that I'm calculating. So they were off. One value was calculating with an X algorithm, and the delta was calculating based on my personal algorithm. And these things didn't always match up. In ACC, it was a lot less problem because ACC is a bit more better in that data. iRacing was not. So now having this show me the delta and the estimated lap time purely based on SimHub's data is this result. And again, do not, please, make a clip out of this and share it with your friends. Do not compare this estimated lap time or delta with what you see in game. Don't do that. Like every single time someone in Discord says, "Oh, the in-game estimated lap time and the dash is wrong," an angel dies. 2 angels die. It's the worst thing. Like, you cannot claim that. We don't get the information from iRacing. We don't get that from Assetto Corsa Competizione. We don't get that information from the game. So what you see in game is in game. What you see in the dash is something that SimHub calculates based on historic data, based on track, based on other drivers, based on a whole lot of stuff. But it's something that SimHub calculates. And what's important here, and you must understand, is no matter what happens, if the estimated lap time over here, this thing over here, once you cross the line, if this estimated lap time is close to your last lap time when you cross the line, then it's done. He's going into the pits now, so it's not gonna work. 143, he stopped in the pits. Boo-hoo. Let's go a bit further down in the race. Let's try and find a place where... What is this? Practice? Low in qualifying. Okay, let's leave it. Let's see it in low in qualifying. He's out on track. Oh, this is the race now. Let's go down and see what's happening. Again, I don't know how SimHub is tackling this data. I can see it's lap 5, but I'm just going to assume this is historic data. Let me go race from the start. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. And it's giving me pit now. Yeah, because race hasn't started. So how can I avoid that? I don't know if I can avoid that. Okay, here's an edge case. If I'm lap 1, I don't want to see pit now. I'm going to add that. I'm going to add that now. And I'm going to get back to watching this race. Sully Sad, one thing I noticed is the real work time does not show when ignition. The one thing I noticed is the real work time does not show when ignition is off. What's the work time? I don't get it. Jgot, I got a question. Is there a way to make the number 1 car on track map to be difficult? No. We don't control the color on the cars. They're based on, all the colors that you see here are based on SimHub, and they're based on class. You can change the class color, but you can change number 1 or number 2. I don't have that control, so I cannot. I literally cannot do that on the map. So it's either you have class colors or just set a color for all cars. I can, if I don't use class colors, and I override the class colors, I can have a color for all drivers and a color for my car. But then you're disregarding all of the classes, and that's not something I want to do. Yeah, it's not going to happen unless we have access to that, which we don't. One thing I know, oh, real world. Okay, sorry, Sully. Well, I'll get back to you. Peaky, has SimHub stopped doing delta to the 1000th? I don't think so. They do it, and you can see here it is to the 1000th. What happens, Peaky, here, I have a function that, depending on the delta, it basically formats the number. So the actual delta is to the 1000th. I think SimHub just gives us a number, and we format it any which way I want. But once it's more than 2 digits, it's like 10 seconds and over, then it still has 4 digits in total. It's just that the decimal shifts place. Otherwise, honestly, this number would be, like, if you were like super late, like 2 minutes off, it'd be like 125.3, like 6 digits in that little space, and it doesn't make sense. Honestly, if you're 125 seconds off the pace, who cares about the 1000th at that point? So you would only see like 125.9 because you're already 125. Doesn't make sense. But when you're in that zone, like under 10 seconds, this is what you would see. You would see the 1000th as well. So yes, that's how it works. Let me get rid of this pit now. If we're on lap 1, so basic. Oh, maybe I can do it a bit different and say laps completed. Let me see what I have. Insert function. Oh, I see what you're saying. I have no idea. Again, it's data that's coming from SimHub and coming from the sim itself. So now I understand. So you're saying that you sometimes don't see the 1000th changing. So like, you know, 1.253. And you just see 250, 260, 240, 220, but never 240, 245. Okay, I understand. I have no answer for that. I have not paid attention. I haven't paid that much attention, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't know. And then Sully said, one thing I noticed is the real world time does not show when ignition is off. Real world time... Yeah, I don't have real world time. We're real world time, if you want to see it, in the center panel, whatever, there's an option to go, I think it's the third one. Yeah. So this is the real world time. That is my real world time, 10:24 p.m. And it's always there. You always see the real world time. And then you could go to the gear and whatnot and go back to the beginning. Yeah, it should show it. I don't want to put real world time anywhere else. It's part of the strategy, it's part of the concept. This dashboard shows you everything that's in game. So putting your real world, I'll never say that. Putting in your real world time makes zero sense in the context of the dashboard. So I created an option. If you want, you can change this and have it there, and you can see the real world time, IRL, right? And this is something you can also put in the settings file. So this is by default, it shows this, so you don't have to always change it. So it's, you know, it's something that you can do. Yes, but it's it just covers the entire thing. It covers the entire thing. So do you want to see the real world time when you're in the pits? I mean, again, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense. This was a huge exception for me to put that in there. Honestly, even now, I don't want it. I don't want the real world time in the dashboard. I do not see it. It's like it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. For me, at least, that is completely against the concept of the Love dashboard. So if I could, I would remove it today at this moment. But I know some people want it, so it's in there. It's not something I want. But putting that time in more places, I don't think I do that, to be honest. Daniel, how you doing, man? Hope you're good. Hope you're good. All right, so what I wanted to do here, let me laps completed. Laps completed. Laps completed. Lap 0. Copy. 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 And now I want to do and say that it laps completed must be more than 1. And laps completed must be more than 0. Otherwise, it will not show. Good. Good, 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 good. See, this is how I find stuff. This is me, how I race when I'm alone, not on stream. This is how I race. I jump in a sim, I start doing things, you know, trying to do some practice, and then I see something on the dash. I'm like, okay, hold it. Let me fix it and then get back. This is exactly what happens every single time. So if we haven't completed at least 1 lap, don't show. You might be thinking, yeah, but why would you want to have that even if it's like 1 lap? Well, you might have made a mistake and not put enough fuel. You might have been stupid. The dash will say, pit now, pit now, pit now. All right, so this is fixed. It won't show it now. And again, this is an edge case because it says 0 laps because you haven't done a lap. It doesn't have enough information to show you how many laps you are going to do with based on your load and time and everything. So let this thing roll. Let this thing roll. And see how it goes. I need to let it do this. Thomas, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. And Daniel not being thanks, Chief here. I'm Chief. I'm good. I'm good. It's all good. Like in the beginning of the stream, I talked a lot about the store that's opening up on Tuesday. And what's coming on Tuesday and what's coming in the future as well. I also showed off a few of the new merch, which is, I think it's, I'm really happy with how they came out. One thing I didn't say is I did a run on some merch first round and I received them and they were subpar. Really? Like I would not sell that. I have it downstairs like what the hell is this? So I contacted them and went back and forth and I'm like, guys, you cannot compare. Like I was comparing it to the previous provider, previous vendors. I'm like even if it's not the same thing, this is unacceptable. And I don't know what happened. There's like, you know, here's your money back, a refund, because these are all like samples. So here's your money back. place the exact same order, and we'll have it fixed. And they came in this morning, and man, they are nice. So this actually needs to be ironed a bit, but so all the basics are, if I switch here, I just hit something. Hope I didn't break anything. Right. So all the basics t-shirts, these are all embroidered now. They're not just printed, they're actually embroidered. But what's important is I cannot reach it where I am. Look at where it is. This is ridiculous. Come on. I'm leaning. I'm gonna fall off. Ah, there it is. This is it. Brand new. You guys can see it up there. Brand new t-shirts coming in, and larger logos on the sleeves as well, because I didn't like the previous ones. They're a bit too small. And I'm not replicating any logos. So what you have on the front, which are the primary basically partners and everything, are not on the side and not on the other side as well. And you'll notice there is a new partner as well. Can you spot the new partner? I'm pretty sure you can. Quality is really good too. I don't know if it will get the detail. Let me actually try and get the detail. Where the camera is. It's really good though. Colors are good, crispiness and everything. So really happy. And these are coming on June 25th on Tuesday. SimGrid, you found it. SimGrid, yes. So SimGrid, David Perel and I are partnering. I already showed you guys he's going to run the 24-hour spa with a nice lovely racing logo on his helmet on two sides, left and right. But we're also going to partner and bringing similar features to LFM and Pitskill, bringing SimGrid as well on the Logi dashboard, and thinking of more stuff that we can work together. So hopefully with David we'll be working a lot closer, and yeah, there's huge potential. There's huge potential in this collab, and I'm super excited about it. What else is there? All right, yeah, basically all that's happening right now is I'm waiting for this to see what's going on. So we just did one lap. This is actually lap 1 now. As you can see, after you do like a first lap and it has the average and 60, it basically gives you how many laps you have left. So we have 1 lap completed, and right now we're in iRacing. Yeah, it's giving me an estimated time based off of my fastest lap, I think, which is, yes, it's my fastest ever all-time lap is 1:33.636, and what I'm doing here is 7 seconds and 300. Yes, perfect. And it's yellow because it's not faster. Now, why is the last lap purple? I don't know. Let me check. Check upon thy. Why is this? Sorry, I need to do this. As I said, this is the story of me life. All right, I'm paused. This shouldn't be. This should not be purple. What am I using here? Get previous color. So get rid of all that code. Get previous color. So let's go to the extensions. Previous color. In iRacing, it says that it's fastest. If time diff mine, no. If time diff overall is greater than 0, then you're faster. Otherwise, you are fastest. Time diff overall is your last lap time minus your best lap opponent. Oh, interesting. So it's time diff overall is greater than 0. So I need to check some data here. Let me see. What is your last lap time? Yes, it would be a purple lap anywhere, but it shouldn't be. It should be like the best lap, grayed out. So I'm just trying to figure out why it's purple and not gray. So last lap time, it's all zeros, and then I'm comparing this to the best driver best lap. Okay, but the driver best lap is coming from a function, so come on. Returns the race position. Alright, so for this, okay, let's see something. Alright, so what I want to do is copy this function and drop it in here, because that one is a deprecated value. I don't know if it's going to change anything now, but I was using something deprecated. So this should return a better value. I just didn't want to press that. There you go. Oh, so many places. I need to change this. Alright. I'm doing it. Okay. Hit save. Hit save here. I don't know if it's going to change that. It's just that I'm using a function that works better for what it is. Alright, let's go back now. Get previous color. Best lap. Why isn't this? Oh, I'm doing different. Oh. I'm doing this on my own here. So I need to put that in a function as well, but what would happen here? Interesting though. Yeah, I don't think this is right what I'm doing here. Get previous color. Why am I doing all these complicated calculations here? Get previous excellent. What the hell is all these? Yeah, I don't think those are right. But I can't change it now. It's also interesting, and this is something that I have gotten asked, and it's just how it is. Your estimated lap time is 148.856, and it's yellow, but sectors are purple. Sectors are based on the current drive, like current grid. I don't know what your sector was when you did that lap time, so I can't compare it. I'm just comparing it to what's on the grid. So like lap 1, all the sectors will be purple because no one has set a best sector time, so your sector time is the best. And sector times, just so you know, aren't registered unless the lap is over. Okay, it's not like in Formula 1 where while someone is in sector 1, it'll let you know that was a purple sector and you're in sector 2. Here we can only know that for laps that have been completed. So while you're running your lap, you might see it go from purple to green. It's because someone completed the lap, not the sector. That's how it works in the dashboard, in SimHub and Sim Racing as well. So if we're both on track and we both can do purple sectors because our sector 1 is better than the best sector. So we both are doing in parallel purple sectors. It's not like you got a better sector than me and I won't see it anymore. Unless someone completes their lap, the sector times are based on the best lap sector time, not the current best sector time. So that's something you should know. I'm still curious why I'm not getting this in gray. Get previous color. Where else am I using that? I honestly don't remember. Let me see something out of curiosity. Null. So there is no best lap time. So if I run this, which is how I'm figuring out what's going on, it's 0. Yeah, so my concern here is that there is no option for the neutral color. It's just these three. So there's something wrong in the way I'm presenting this. Either I'm using it somewhere else and I don't remember where, or this is just wrong. Because there is no neutral color. Okay, wait. Alright, I can do this. Okay, we do that for Ascher Corsa, R Factor, LMU. We got everything in there. And the last one, generic one, has something in there. Okay. Alright, let's see if I can add this here. So in iRacing, actually, what if I don't do it there? Do I have any neutral anywhere else? Hold on, I mean, honestly, I'm just trying to figure this out right now. If your last lap time is equal to 0, then return UI neutral. So I think it's safe to say, at any point in time, if your previous lap time is 0, color will be gray. It's going to return it. Then go on about your business. Let me hit save. Let's see. Because I wasn't doing that. I was not doing that. So now, all I'm saying is, if your previous lap, which is what we're showing here, why is it? Yeah, because I have it. I'm not writing it correctly. Yeah, give me that proper token. Paste, save, save, and save. So I'm just saying, if your last lap time is 0, make it neutral color. There it is. If it's anything other than 0, then if it's iRacing, do this. If it's like go do everything else. But if it is 0, your previous lap time, gray. Great. Great success. Yeah. All right. Gonna put this in the roadmap. This, I'm considering it a fix. Okay. So now I have a lap, previous lap color, and it turns into something. Again, let's let it run. This time, 1544 is compared to this. So 1544, yes, it is correct. So 15 would be 48, but then 636 with 440, 440, 40, 70, yes, perfect. So this and the delta is a perfect match. Again, sector times, it's basing them on the best lap sector times. And these, if no one has set them, could be 0, so they're all purple and whatnot. But it's still lap 1, so you're probably getting purples everywhere. So the first person has crossed the line, so you can actually compare to them. But yeah, this only makes sense if you have a best lap and whatnot. So this is yellow because it's being compared to something, I don't remember what, but it is yellow. Again, we don't have an estimate here. This is literally the delta plus this should give you this number. Still in the beginning of the race though, so you don't actually have too much information. So 23 seconds plus 85. 85 would be 8, 6, 2, 9, and 7. I can't do the math right now, but I'm assuming 7, 4, and 3. Yes, this should be matching. So this plus this gives us a last lap. Yeah, I mean it's working as it should. It's working as it should, as it does. So let's just wait a bit. And the main problem here was it's always been like, you know, iRacing, to be honest. It's the only one that's kind of giving issues. Dark mode. Working beautifully. Good. Oh. Crossing the line. Where are we? You're still in the boot? Yeah, we're in the boot right now. In the heel specifically, because you can see the track data giving us names of the turns. And this is turn 9 because we don't have a name for it. Alright, let's wait this thing to finish and see what happens with the estimated lap time. So in reality, the estimated lap time can, for myself, my estimated lap time, can only give me an estimated lap time if I have a best lap time. A best lap time is only set, now you got it. The best lap time is only set if it's a valid lap. So now it wouldn't give us an estimate, but now that we have, pausing it, 134, 374, 134, 354, 20. Perfect. So now this estimated lap is based off of the best lap, and the delta is matching. We're good here. I think we are good. Hallelujah. Alright. Added that to the changelog and the roadmap for 2.7.2. I'm also in Discord, replying in Discord as well, so because that's what I do. Multitasking at its finest. Alright, guys, I think at least for now I can conclude and say Delta and estimated laps are working. And I think we should be okay. All right. Okay, we fixed these. I think yeah, I'm pretty sure we fixed these things now. All right. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to add anything else. The roadmap for 2.7.2 will be the pit now, new properties for the estimated lap time, which is important, to be honest, and a small fix for the previous lap time color. I'm going to keep it to this because I need to update all the dashboards and release them. I'm going to release them tonight. I still have a good hour before I can quit this. So I'm going to release them tonight. But what that means also is I'm going to shut the stream so I can finish it. The idea is I want to release them tonight because I know the estimated lap time is something that I want to do. I wanted to do it last week when Nicola basically updated SimHub. Like on Thursday I asked him, can we add this? And on Friday he released it because it was all part of the release cycle anyway. So I don't want to delay this anymore, so I want to release it tonight. So these three things are coming for 2.7.2. If you remember, you will have access to these, and I will try and do them tonight. I will not do the release live on stream because it's just super tedious, and I can't do anything else. Like if I'm just very careful not making any mistakes there. So you're gonna let me do that on my own. So I think the stream, it's not too long, but we fix these things. It's a really good detailed, in-depth explanation of what we're doing with the delta and estimated lap times, and testing shows that it's actually working. There are these odd things that just happened if you noticed. But this is only in iRacing. I've never seen these in any other sim. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to, yeah. There are these. All right. Anyone else have like any questions or something we can chat about? Otherwise, I'm going to end the stream so I can release tonight. I'm prioritizing the release for tonight, 2.7.2. So it depends. If you want to chat, we'll delay the release. If you don't want to chat, we'll have a release. Cool. I'm pretty sure everyone will feel the same way as Daniel is. So, okay. So I'm gonna end the stream now so I can focus on preparing every single dash and releasing it. It'll be the release today will be for the dashboard XL, TK edition, and curved. So we're not doing, you know, tower and flags and companion. Those are not related to the changes that are being affected right now. So we'll only do like the dashboard, XL, TK edition, and curved. Do we have any other dashboard? I don't remember anymore. Do I have the curved TK edition, XL, normal dash, and the overlay, and the overlay, and the overlay. All right. Cool. All right. So before I go, I know this is going to be kind of like abrupt or whatnot, but before I go, I really need to say, okay, last question. Sandro Studio, does a new dash show flags like yellow and so on? Yes, it does. You need to turn it on if it's not already on in settings, and in the top left corner, it shows flags. It always has. Always been there. All right. All right, let me first give a huge shout out to all my gold members. And they are Anthony Hall, Augustin Martin, Alex Luce, Brandon Hunnell, John Hart, Claudio Farfara, Cody Fowers, Corey Wise, Dan Westerman, Daniel Newman, Dean Kerr, Enrique Castillo Bachero, Brian Sperakos, Forrest Motorsport, Graham Bapty Wright, Jeff King, Iñaki Duranona, Alan Suzanne, Jason Rivera, Jens Bauer, Jared Davis, Stefan Malfier, Kieran Lowe, Chris Rollins, Marianne Christel, Mark Long, Michael Murphy, Michael Poliaro, Not Quality Content, Paddy Falconer, Brad Jackson, Pond2K2, Robert Robles, Ralph Upraus, Rita Brulman, Juan Rodriguez, Sean Reed, Simon Tunen, Heiko Batts, Josh Fulton, Tobias Hoth, Vincent Hom, William Martin, Mark Worthington, and Mark Gale. Thank you very much for supporting me at the highest level and highest tier. Get ready on Tuesday. There will be in the shop. There will be extra merch available only exclusively to gold members at cost, with no profit for myself. It will just be there for gold members only, and gold members also will have 10% store-wide discount. Apart from those at no profit products, everything else will be at 10%, and pro members will also get 5% discount on the store for everything. Sticker sheets, shirts, whatever. So thank you very much for joining me. I'm sorry I'm cutting this short, this stream, so I can focus a bit on releasing 2.7.2 tonight. So all lovely members will get the latest version of the dashboard with the fixes that we discussed today in tonight. They're getting it tonight. All right. So thank you very much for joining me. I will be back next week, next Tuesday, with the launch of the new store and the stream, and working on the dashboard as well. And hopefully I'll have even more news for the store with products and stuff like that. But that will remain to be seen on Tuesday. Everyone else, have a great weekend. Have a great time sim racing, and enjoy the new release tonight. I will see you all next week. Have a great one. Bye. bye.